All right. Welcome back to Not Enough Questions podcast, where at this podcast, we are never asking enough questions. All right.
What you
You
mean?
already know we got a question for today, and we actually have a special guest.
Yeah. Before we get to the special guest, no, you didn't even introduce yourself. This is the man Nolo.
You
I'm
already know.
Julian, and
It's the
then
dark skinned dark prince over here. You already know what it is, baby. You
what,
already know what it is.
we have a special guest, like Nolo said. This is a true homie. The original grew up with us at A&T. If we were apple trees, Nolo's the golden apple because his nice voice. You guys don't even know about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Golden apple. I'm the green apple because I'm always like I'm just a little bit bitter. This is the red apple right here because if you knew the red apple, best apple,
Red
delicious.
delicious.
Let's get it. Well, exactly, red delicious.
All right, we already got
Kaar.
Kaar on the mic. Kaar. All right, the light skinned poppy, new trademark. Drake, get out the way. All right, the buck bagger, hash slinging slasher,
Okay.
fish bagger, salamander tagger.
There we go.
I got you.
Look at that. Yeah, that's us. You can notice us. We're all wearing head protection, hair protection, real fast.
Got the
because
bonnet
this is
on,
not how
the
I
black
usually
bonnet.
look. Because no, I can't walk out like this.
Black bonnet.
Yeah, no.
All right, question of the day.
No.
We do that later.
Yeah, what you mean? I'm like, you messing up the whole thing.
You're right. My fault, bro.
How is everyone's week? Come on.
My fault, bro. Man, this week. How was my week? I got a bike, boy. I'm happy because when I tell you, what movie is that? I don't know, but I feel like one of the Paperboy roll bounce when old boy had his bike and he was getting water balloons thrown at him by those kids when he was delivering newspapers. I feel like that's going to be me come summer. All right, I'm gonna have my little shorts on, my little khaki joints. I've been in the gym, getting my legs right. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, you know. All right, I've been in the gym, getting my legs right. I'm gonna have them out. So this bike really going to speed up the process.
Yeah,
that's the highlight. That's the highlight. I got a little bike thing. It ain't as easy as I thought. I ain't rode the bike in a little minute.
All right.
But how you doing?
Yeah, come on, Kaar.
My week is going pretty well. I've been preparing for grad school.
Forever student over here.
I'm going to GW. I don't know. Oh, GW. I'm going to be studying biology, so I'm really excited. I'm going to be trying to do biology and robotics, and it's been a pretty chill week. I had a party. It was fun. Good times. Julian?
You drink a little bit?
Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. My week, it was an okay week. I didn't really do anything like super exciting. My apartment had what's it called? Like a wine beer thing going on. Fun fact about me. The more alcohol I have in my system, the better my English. It's crazy. I cannot explain it, but my English gets better when I'm intoxicated.
He becomes fluent, even though he's a native speaker.
It's crazy. I'm better. I'm easier with Spanish. I don't know how, but yeah. So, but there's that. Life is hard. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to drop my sister off at the airport and whatnot. And what else?
Life is hard, bro.
Man, the other day, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put some gas in my tank. I'm like, yeah, I know I didn't get paid yet, but I'm like, I should have money in my account. I looked into it, and I'm like, $8.03. I'm like, you know what? I don't even need gas like that.
I've been there, my boy. I've been there.
Speaking of money, you can support us. We're gonna have a Patreon soon. All right, we working that out. All right, we're gonna have a way for you to support us, supporting your mental health with this podcast. All right, we're gonna work on that, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna put a pin in it. Come back to that later. All right, go ahead, Julian. My fault. I had to plug. Simple plug.
Hey, I didn't even know you were gonna do that plug, but I'm glad you did.
Always be plugging.
Because now you made it's official. It's eventually gonna happen. That's it.
Shout out to Jarvis Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Please come on the podcast. We'd love to have you.
But let's. So the question for
shout out to Jarvis Johnson. We'd love to have you.
Wait, whoa! What you saying?
Shout out to Jarvis Johnson. We'd love to have you.
Jarvis Johnson.
But yes, the question of the day is: should women be able to be part of the draft? That simple question.
Military draft.
Yeah, military draft. Now, what other draft is there?
I don't know, like the NFL draft.
The NBA draft. Yeah, that's a cool.
Right. I was like, what kind of draft are you talking about?
You got me there.
All right, so we're talking about the military.
The military, yes. Women being part of the draft. Go.
I guess
Kaar, you're a special guest. Yeah. What are we talking?
I think yes. I think that for a vote for equality, it would make sense for women to be allowed in the draft. Now, did I sign for the military? No. Do I want to be drafted? No. But as a push towards equality, I believe that it's fair because I feel like people. I don't want to be in the military for different reasons.
What you're saying is, what I'm hearing is, you're saying I want the opportunity there for somebody else to take it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that if we're going for equality, then yes, women should be put into the draft. Do I want to be in the draft? No. But I think that if it's like something to get equal rights, which I feel a little about, no, I guess it's fair,
Okay.
That's it. I guess it's fair. I don't think that they will make it mandatory for women to be in the draft, but I don't think that's because women are not capable of serving in the military or acting as officers or leading commands or anything like that. I think that in the end boils down to the politics around birth rates and pregnancy.
Okay. You speak to something that I don't even know about, but continue. Go.
You speaking from the heart.
Okay. I'll keep going. So I think that women won't be put into the draft because you have to keep women at home to bring up, the birth rates and everything. And
that doesn't matter now.
It does. It does. They've shown that it matters because they overturned Roe v. Wade.
That's right. My bad. I was thinking backwards. Like I said, I'm not tipsy right now. English is a little messed up. But what about you, Noah? What about you?
Yeah. Anybody else?
Noah?
All right. I got a take on this. All right. And I need y'all to strap in, boys. All right.
Or you already know the
ride. Should women be in the draft? I think more than men. You want to know why? Because have you seen Kill Bill? That woman, that potential for violence that she has far out supersedes any ability that I've seen from a man, right? Because you think of movies, you give a man a samurai sword, he hits the shing and then they're gone, right? You give her a samurai sword, she put on a yellow jumpsuit, the whole movie's made, right? So what I'm saying is, to break this down, do I think they should be allowed into the military draft? Yes, absolutely. More so than men. That is what I believe. Because the potential in women is higher than in men. Simply because the rage multiplier.
I think that the rage multiplier comes from fortunes of violence and prejudice and inequalities.
So look, right? Rage multiplier on the battlefield. It's not like a all the time. But if I see my homie, I'm like, no, Sergeant Thomas.
Keep going because you might be digging yourself into a hole.
You pulled the shovel and started digging. Okay. Y'all still on the ride, right? Okay. So
hold up. Kaar, I saw you buckle.
He said, I'm still in. Okay, look, right?
I did buckle up.
Yeah, we already know.
Let me break it down for y'all, right? So, like I was saying, right? If we're talking strictly combat, right? If you think about it,
where's my shovel at?
I'd rather fight Captain America than Black Widow. Stick with me. Reason being is, you ever seen Cap tied up? No. But you seen Black Widow tied up in the first Avengers. Easily handled that in the middle of a phone call. Hello? The potential, exponential rates, the logarithms. You gotta follow me here.
You're just throwing out math terms at this point, aren't you?
I think, on a serious note, I do think they should be able to get into the draft for the sake of equality and equal opportunity. I don't think they should be forced into a role, but on a non-serious note, their potential is higher.
What is the role that you're speaking of? Because I mean, you don't just get to choose to be in the draft. You kind of
I'm saying like out of the draft roles, like you were saying, like stay-at-home roles and stuff like that.
Oh, like just serving in the military.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Women, don't put them in the draft. I'm joking. Don't. But no, for real. You basically hit the points of for equality. Women definitely should be part of the draft, especially if they're asking. Are women asking to be part of the draft? I know they're asking to be part of the military just to.
Women are asking to be respected in the military and to be treated equally and to not have the crimes against them brushed off as they have been. But I don't think they're really asking to be put in the draft because nobody wants to be a foot soldier, you know.
This is true. Granted, I will say though, if for whatever reason the draft did happen to come and somehow I am drafted, put me in the Marines. I'll be happy. Don't put me anywhere else. Put me in the Marines. Let me do the training. I'll be happy. You won't hear it. You will hear me complaining.
I don't got the heart to be in the military on Earth. Put me in Space Force or something, dog. Let me go fight some aliens.
Yo.
Let me go fight them aliens. Quit playing with me. I ain't got the heart because people are crazy. But I ain't never met an alien that's crazy.
Have you ever met an alien?
Everybody I know has had their green card. No aliens here.
Cut that out.
Military branch for me to be part of Kaar.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Rubber Maggie.
I said Marines. We have Space Force over here. What about you?
Oh, I'm taking the Chair Force.
Chair Force?
In the first
What's
place.
this?
You a craftsman?
Air Force.
Oh, Air Force. I'm like, Chair Force.
Rude.
You just
That's
get to sit in the chair.
rude.
You got a one chair.
Rude.
No, you got that's chest right there.
They call officers in the Air Force the Chair Force.
You have to realize those chairs are going like really fast.
No, not the ones who are in the planes. The ones who just sit behind the desk all day.
That's toxic. That's not even right.
Wow.
Which branch do you think is the most physically demanding?
Marines.
The Marines.
Hands down.
Definitely.
Hoo-ha all day.
The Navy, from experiences that I've seen and witnessed, is a lot more like cushy. There's a lot more like support, I guess, in a sense. It's less demanding. And the Army is demanding, but not to the same level as the Marines. Truly,
so what
anybody
about the National Guard?
can join the Army, but not everybody can join the Marines. That's why it's the few.
The proud of the Marines, like the commercial.
Proud,
like the commercial.
The commercials are hard.
My dad was in one, actually.
Yo!
Yeah.
That's hard.
I'll shop it. He's like, it's like raining or something like that. He's like yelling at me.
Yo, okay, look. The thought of joining the military just to be in a commercial?
You said that might be
terrible reason to join the
almost
military.
Everybody that you see in those commercials is actually in the military. Most of them are not actors.
Yeah, that's hard. I'd want to do that. That's kind of cool. I have my little stay.
Joining the military just to be in a commercial, terrible life decisions have been made.
It's like an internship type thing, you know? You're not staying.
No,
It was also in a TV show where they met, I think, like Terry Bradshaw or something, some football dude. He was on the TV for a quick second and got to meet him.
Okay. Little famous thing. Okay. Pretty lit.
Kaar, I know you had a question about this earlier. Your thoughts on the practices of recruiting children? What?
Oh,
yeah,
I think that maybe I'll be a little more discreet about this. I think the military and how they recruit children from lower income communities is very predatory.
There we go.
In a sense, because you never see them in like upper income schools. You don't see like big JRTC programs there, and they usually come after like Black and brown students and poor students and be like, hey, you can make a lot of money. You can really take care of yourself. You'll have health insurance. You'll have this, that, and the third. Look at this really nice stuff that I have because I joined the military. And they try to sell a dream. And they'll be like, you'll be set for life if you join the military. But there's not a lot of programs for when people leave the military. Unless you retire at like after 20 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
So like if you're in the military and you leave after 8, you might get your GI Bill, but besides that, you don't get a pension, you don't get like money afterwards. You did that and now go do something else. And depending on like where you are, even if like let's say that you're a naval corpsman, I don't know if it's changed, but like they do the work of a nurse, but they're not technically nurses. So they have to go back to school to get their degree to be able to do those jobs.
School to get the degree to get the job.
So
when they leave the military.
So you're not even registered when you're in the military.
Yeah, it's like you've got the skills a lot of the times, depending on where you are, and things might have changed, but a lot of times it's like you have the skills to do these jobs, but you don't have the sheet of paper, so people won't hire you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or money management is really difficult for young people in the service. There's the pipeline of like baby Marines or just baby servicemen where they'll get this large amount of money and they'll like buy a bunch of things that they can't afford, or they'll go and get married really, really young and then accrue a ton of debt and stuff like that. So like they sell you the dream of like financial stability and everything like that, but they don't teach you how to truly be
financially independent.
Yeah, and stable.
Sounds like a lot of the US, but that's a topic for a different day.
We've definitely had a lot of, we've known some people who've ducked the pipeline. All right. I've seen it. It's in action. It's devastating. All right. You get in 2 years in, you might have a wife and some kids, and that's on facts. Like it is a very serious strategic pipeline that you are going down that locks you into the military.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about the story of how the 2 times I was about to join the military?
No.
Oh, well. So first time I was about to join the military, right? I was just a senior in high school, right?
They were gonna get you.
Yeah.
Prime time.
So you would, I don't know if you guys would have ever met me, but I'm like, I want to join the military for my grandfather in honor of him because he's a Marine. I look up to him and everything. So I'm like, I want to join the military. I think I can do it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. The reason why I did not join the military is because my mom was like, because of the person who was going to be president at the time, she was like, yeah, no. Like, even if
that's fair.
Yeah, so she was like, I don't want you going off to end up dead, which is, understandable. So that was my first shot of me going out my first attempt at the military. Mind you, put no real true effort into it. I'm like, I just want to join, which I probably would have ended up in a very bad situation. But
yeah. If you don't go with a vision or like what you want to do, it's really hard for you to get.
Yeah. And then the second time, I was a sophomore in college. Going about my day, everything, and I'm very lucky. Just if you ask me for my time, just to have a conversation, I'll give it to you as long as I'm not doing anything. There's a lot of stories about that.
We almost lost you, my boy.
I remember you telling me about the first one, but the second one was not.
Yeah. So I was on the campus. There was a recruiter and everything sitting on a bench, middle of campus and everything.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, they almost got me because I'm like, you ever thought about joining? And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it, kind of not. I'm not like super serious about it. But he's like, oh, you want to, go down to the recruiting station and like I can take you right now, and we can you can just take this the ASVAB or something, right? The military test to see where you get placed and everything.
Yeah, I took that one.
Yeah, mind you, I never studied for it or anything, but I did it. I don't know how much time I had or anything. I got an 80 on it.
Nice.
And he was like, which is really funny because a woman walked out when I was walking in, and he was like, "You got an 80?" The person who just walked in took this test 3 times and could not get past like a scoring anything. And out of like 100, you got an 80. So you really can just be put in just about anything. I'm like, huh. But it's like, and I was like, and he still asked me like, "Are you sure you want to join the military?" And gave him the owner assessment. I'm like, not really. I'm not really thinking about it. But he's like, you can use this test anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, can you put that in the base so I don't have to do this again? That way, if I ever do decide to, he's like, yeah, nah, you don't seem serious. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
so what was on the test? Like, what kind of stuff? Is this confidential or like, is this known stuff?
You.
Okay, yeah. What's on the test?
It's like basic math, science, English. It's like, imagine the ACT, but then they take and add like technical and mechanical skills and stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be like science, math, a little bit of reading and stuff. And then they'll be like, okay, do you know what these tools do? And it'll be like, you have to screw in a bolt. What tools do you need to use and stuff like that?
So will these be? Can I call these common sense questions?
Not everybody has had exposure to tools. So like,
okay, that's fair.
I've worked with tools a lot because my dad was a mechanic and everything. So I had it. So when I took the ASVAB, I think I got like a 92. Or 93, but I took it for my pre-college course just to get credit for something. And like I had this dude come up and he was like, oh, he was asking around. He was like, oh, how did everybody do? And I was like, oh, I got a 92. Was that good? It's out of 99. And he was like,
oh, 99? Oh,
yeah. He was like, oh my God, do you want to join? I was like, my dad's a Marine, like, sure, I'll talk to you. When we went down, and my dad, he's like, are you serious about this? And I was like, no, I got a t-shirt.
You did it for the free t-shirt?
I didn't get the t-shirt.
You didn't even get. I wouldn't even be mad because I would do it for the commercial.
I was like, do you guys have like an animal section? Like, I want to get my school paid for. And he was just like, what? I was like, oh, no, to the army.
He said, "You see the guns?
You said you want to train pigeons? Like, what is this?
Did you see the guns? You see the computers? Pick one."
No pigeon, no squirrel, no otter.
So yeah, that was my attempt. But
that would have been kind of hard though if you had like an email and you like sent messages through that. I think you would have been. You could have been something,
dude, right?
Yeah, you could have been something for sure.
They doubted me.
Yeah. What about you, Noah? You got any military stories by any chance? No? Yes? No? No? Yes?
My uncle was in the so like my family has a history of military experience that I have no clue about.
Oh, this news to you too. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So like they'll pull pictures up and I'm like, who is that? I'm like, is that my uncle? And I'm like, what's he wearing? When did he do this? When did this happen? Was I born? And like they're like, oh yeah, it was a phase. And I'm just okay. How long was this phase?
A phase in the military.
Oh, you know, phase the military in and out of life. Like it's you in or you out. So I'm like, how long is this phase? And I don't get into details. If family stuff happens as far as family trees, it's beyond me. I'm now. So I'll ask no questions. But as far as I know, my family does have a history of being in the military. I had no interest joining because I could never do no pull-ups when they came to my campus, and I knew I was gonna make the cut. Because usually they got the little pull-up bar, and they're like, "Yeah, see how many pull-ups you could do." And I'm like, "Yeah." When y'all see me get one and y'all laugh me off, I'm not coming back. Like it's not happening. Y'all not gonna laugh at me at my own campus. Leave me alone. Why are you here? So like for me, I never wanted to join the military. I have very shallow reasons if I wanted to join the military. I wanted to get fit. I wanted to be in a commercial. I wanted a bag so I could leave.
Oh God.
That was it, right? I never had any long-term goals. It wasn't like I want to get these ranks. It's like, nah, I'm gonna be in. Once they slide me my bag, I'm out. I'm gonna be a fugitive because I'm leaving.
This has unlocked a memory for me, right? So I wanted to be part of the military too for selfish reasons. As a child, I'm like, if I grow up, I don't want a boring life, right? So
side eye.
Yeah, so when it was like a really big day, it was like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like the days align very like in order, and it's like this won't happen again for like the next century, right? So I'm like, oh, this must be lucky. Let me make a wish or something, right? No, you went dark. Yeah. So yeah, nice. This is when I was like, what is it? I was like 11 or 12. And I kind of wish for World War III to happen. Just so
that is a wish.
Just so when I grew up, I wouldn't be bored. It never happened. And I tell everyone this just so it breaks to the if you don't tell anyone.
You are the reason. You should have kept that in draft. You're the reason we're looking at a freaking Cold War.
Yeah, but I'm like, once I grew up, I'm like, oh, I don't want this to happen. So I tell people when it comes up, so it doesn't happen. That's the logic. That to break the wish.
I'm giving you the mad bombastic side eye right now.
But I was like 12. What was I was being selfish.
I think you were being a little more than selfish. You were just being destructive because you have to realize it's not just you. You are engaging multiple people in this war.
Games. That's what he wanted to play.
You are engaging multiple people in this war, so you're not bored.
So I'm not bored, so I can end up being a hero. Like I had a whole fantasy in my head, girl.
The confidence that
in the past.
Yeah, the confidence that you think you're going to do so well that they're going to praise you as a hero. And that something unfortunate is not going to happen.
Or die trying.
Like this. Not every people who get Purple Hearts a lot of them don't make it out. They're heroes, but either something horrific happens to them and they
didn't know that.
or something horrific happens.
I didn't know that at the time. I just didn't want to be bored growing up.
What did you think war was about?
Like an astronaut or something.
I know what war was. I knew what war was. I was like, well.
That man says, I want to be Kratos. Athena!
Yeah.
Oh. Man said, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it never happened. It never happened. It never came true. I'm still working with the government now. But I'm not, I don't have a gun.
You're not in the Department of Defense. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The most you're defending is some trees.
Yeah. And some animals.
Me and Smokey Bear got it going on, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't call him Rasta Bear for nothing. Hey.
That's just my little story that I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully with me telling a whole bunch of people, it's canceled out by now.
Mm.
What the? I thought that was
What is up with this devious lighting that you just presented? For our listening audience. For our listening audience, Kaar just put the flashlight on and put it under their face. So all we saw was some evil type lighting.
I'm trying to give myself some better lighting.
And better lighting.
We about to wrap it up now. We've been here for like friggin' almost 30-40 minutes. We about to wrap it up talking about I need some better lighting.
Everybody else had really good lighting, and I felt like my skin was.
This is a window next to me. A window in the dark room.
All you seeing right now is blue light, honey. All right, this is all blue light.
Man, good.
Okay, well now for the ending, I've got some good light.
Okay.
All right, cool. Now we have good light.
We got good light.
That's it. Final words for anything that you've heard today.
War is not a joke.
You're right. You're right.
For equality, women might have to be drafted. Do I expect to be drafted? No. But for equality, I feel like it's going to come up. And I guess in another episode, we can talk about the whole politics surrounding the birth rate.
Okay. I feel
that. But women, be part of the draft because I can't be part of the draft. I got a knee injury.
I can't because I got mental illness.
I got asthma. They ain't gonna have me run nowhere. Any last words from me? Hey, like I told you, remember the potential. You have it. All right. Believe in yourself. Be glad you came, and do the best you can every day, man. All right. I'm happy you all came. I hope to see you on the next episode. We had a very special guest, Kaar.
Red apple themselves.
Bonnet Bandit. All right. Bonnet Bandit got the purple, got the orange, not purple, got the pink, got the orange, got the black. All right. Bonnet Bandits on the scene. We'll see you later. See you. And Sarange.